Enjoying that morning air, guys. Let me tell you, it's beautiful here this morning. Friday morning, 10 after 8. Teresa, thank you for recording this morning, definitely. Well, we got a 246 GM transfer case here. We did the earlier video on the transmission, and it was really corroded, the bolts and everything like that. We had issues getting the tranny out and breaking off bolts because everything was rusted up. So if you come here and look at the transfer case too, all the bolts, normally these bolts have a coating on them, and you can see that the coating's just ate off of it by the rust. You can see it's all the rust is underneath.
New Yorker.
Is it from New York? I mean, that's what you were saying. So we want to get some glasses on. Definitely we're going to be messing with this thing because you definitely don't want this rust in your eyes. There's no telling because all the bolts and stuff are just totally rusted up. So now this is an auto four-wheel drive transfer case. So it's basically got clutches and stuff on the inside. Things are coming out really hot. Probably got a little Loctite on them on the inside. We'll get our motor off here. Now we do have a gasket in between the case and the motor. You can see here where fluid's been starting to come through a little bit. Now they do design this to keep fluid in. Now this I'm not even sure if there's physically a seal in this bearing right here, but they do seal it right here. So if oil could automatically get in there no matter what. So. They do have a computer, physically their own computer in the vehicle that runs the transfer case. We have our output speed sensors. There's some small O-rings around them. Your kit will come with all the new O-rings. You can see the little O-rings. Now, he didn't say he was having any issues with this. We're going through the transmission, so
Maintenance.
yes, just wants to go through it. I don't have his ticket out here, but I know it's got quite a few miles on it. So.
Well, we said that in our previous video when we did his unit.
Yes. See if I can get this seal out of this one this time. That last one I tried, it would not come out. I beat on it for 45 minutes. But this one here come out. Now we're going to put a new bushing in here, all three seals, shift fork inserts and stuff like that. Now you can see here, 246 GM. I'm going to try to get all these bolts out. These bolts are so big now, my socket won't go on very good because of the rust and having to push the coating off. So they're all going to be like that.
It's going to make it work. Now you just put new bolts in.
Now I don't have new bolts, but I just tore down a core right here that doesn't have rusted bolts all the way through it. So we definitely can take these bolts out and throw them away. I actually had the GM dealership come over and get a pump suction screen out of the core I just tore down. And this one here is just rusted all up. I'm not even sure if I can. I have to do something different there. What used to be a 15 millimeters, probably at 9/16 or 14 now. Because this just totally ate the bolt up. There's just nothing left of it. You wouldn't think that rust would have ate the coating off the bolts just to get to the bolts, but you can physically sit here and just scrape that stuff off. Look at that.
Yeah, look at how it pancaked out on these.
Uh-huh. See here, look at that, it just comes right off. You know, how'd that rust get under that coating? That don't make no sense when it's sealed like that. Yeah. You definitely don't want to get this rust in your eye. Or cut yourself or anything like that. I haven't ever been to New York or really lived around the coast or anything like that, but I think I feel for these people living there. I mean, you go out and buy a brand new vehicle and a couple of years later you got a rust bucket sitting out in the parking lot or out in your driveway, so it's kind of like, So we do have a snap ring right here that keeps everything from moving back and forth. There we go. Like I said, he's taking this apart basically for preventive maintenance. Got a lot of miles on it. You see it? Looks like it was sealed pretty good. Wasn't leaking around the case, anything like that. But what we're going for is we're going to put a pump case saver in here. Normally this is broke off right here, this metal piece right here that keeps the pump from eating through the case. But I tell you, this is one lucky guy right here that it hadn't even got touched it yet for the mileage that it has on it. Because normally we get them in here with half the mileage. So, but once you fix that problem, I mean, these things usually last for forever. I mean, they just don't go back.
Maintenance is a key thing too.
Yeah, it is. Because he did. I mean, I got to say, this gentleman did maintenance his vehicle.
Right. Because that's what we went through the training for, was pretty much preventative maintenance too. Because of
Yeah, because we did a video on it. Trent's putting it out there this morning. That with that kind of mileage on it, how good it looked on the inside. We were really impressed. Check your bearings and stuff. Got your speedometer gear, or your output speed sensor reluctor wheel. Get your pump off here. I say we don't really ever see these pumps go bad unless we just it just wipes out the whole transfer case. Now your kit will come with a new O-ring here. If you're not putting a kit in it, don't lose that O-ring. That is a special O-ring. So if you're blowing your pump off in the parts washer, that thing it's real easy to lose. So. Just more of that rusty looking stuff there.
It's just not smelly.
Yeah. Get our pump suction here. Really not plugged up or anything like that. I mean, we got a little bit on the magnet. Not a whole lot, just some silicone, you know, where there was some excess fell off at the seams and stuff. So it looks really good there. Like I say, when you go to get a chain for one of these, your identification 9% of the time is how many different colored links you have. And also they might ask you the width, anything like that. So, like I said, when I had it together, I pulled it apart like this. You didn't see me do it, but the chain is really tight in this. Normally I just take and pull it apart, and I can tell about if it's hanging or sloping or anything like that, but it looks really good.
Babe, I'm videoing you. They saw you do that.
Well, I didn't say anything about it, so they didn't catch it. So. And we get this little moon shaped clip off here. I'm not going to say the word that a lot of people call it, but a lot of times if you don't hang on to that, it's gone. And now this does have clutches in here, being that it's an auto 4-wheel drive. The computer physically locks the front differential in when it sees front tire slippage or different ratio from front to rear. You can see our clutches here. Now, believe it or not, the 48RE overdrive clutch is the same clutch. And yes, we still do put the GM transfer case fluid in these, even with the overdrive clutch, if we use the Dodge overdrive clutch. So, if I order them through TranStar or anything like that, that's what they're going to ship me. Get your bearing here. Now, when you set this back down in here, this whole piece all together, you have this piece right here that locks in here and keeps it from spinning. If you put this direction, you will not get the pieces back together. You'll fight it, fight it, fight it, and can't figure out what you did wrong. This piece here goes to the outer edge like that. If you put it with this towards this, and it will fit, you'll put it all the way together, but you won't get the case half on there. Real easy mistake to make, so just make sure you put it like that. Pretty simple. Now you do have this funny flat tin washer that does go against the clutch, not a steel. I mean, it's kind of confusing there if you ain't careful too. I mean, even these bolts here just totally rusted in here. My transfer case over there is not new ones, not new ones, but definitely a lot better ones than these. The core I just tore down, so be able to rob some bolts and get stuff out of there. That's what we tear down cores for. Our grandbabies just tore down a bunch of them, let me tell you. They're not here today, you notice. We think we wore them out. But this here is your fork that applies the chain, brings it up, stuff like that. Lifts this, pushes on here, applies your clutch. Got our range fork down here. Now this is where normally we'll see the inserts wearing and stuff like that. A lot of times they're busted out, running metal to metal. You want to look in here for any type of wear where it locks into the planetary down here. Get this I have a special seal remover screwdriver that I modified that works really nice for this. If you're a tranny builder or any type of automotive guy, you know you have to make special tools no matter how you look at it. And snap ring out of there. And then we have a 3-pinion pinion, or actually a 4-pinion on this one. The washer's not broke or anything. You'll get down here, there'll be an identical washer, but it'll physically have 2 tabs on it. The tabbed washer goes to the bottom, the round washer goes to the top. But if you have 2 tab washers, you physically can put 2 tab washers, but you cannot put the round washer on the bottom. It has to have the tab one. So you want to look in here for any type of wear where your collar locks into. Looks really good. See some dark printing, but but physically no wear. Same way here, look at your gears here. Any pin discoloration, anything like that, thrust washer wear. Looks pretty good. Put a few seals in this thing. Shift in forks and stuff like that, and some clutches and stuff, and this thing will be brand new again. So, and don't forget the pump case saver. That's a must on every one of these. So we'll get this thing back together and get it going. It's going to be a really nice day today. Hopefully it keeps on raining. Teresa, thank you again for videoing. We definitely appreciate you. Annie's over there sleeping, guys. She didn't run this time. So y'all don't forget to subscribe, and y'all have a great Friday, and the weekend's coming, and I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Have a great day.